So first of all, welcome and thank you for being here. My name is Luca from Intertravel DMC, and it's a pleasure to open this second episode of our educational masterclass for travel advisors. Today we are looking at a topic that's particularly close to my heart, especially in this time of the year, which is festive travel in Italy. So today we are going to have a look at why festive travel sells, some key season and themes, the spirit of Carnival, Easter in Italy, and then we have as our guest Nicole from Palazzo Ripetta, which I thank for being here. Then we will go on region and local festival, some experience.
Hello, everyone. Sorry, Luca.
Here.
Ciao.
Thank you. And then we will have at the end some selling tips and why using us as a DMC with a final test, closing with a final test, and also a little prize from Palazzo Ripetta. So, Italy is a country of beauty, yes, but also of rhythm, a place that celebrates life through rituals, traditions, and colors that change from region to region. From, let's say, the theatrical mask of Venice Carnival to the emotional procession of Easter in Sicily, every season tells a different story. Our aim today is not simply to show you events on a calendar, but to give you the tool to sell them, to turn moments of Italian culture into experiences your clients will remember forever. And as Intertravel celebrates its 75th anniversary this month, we are more aware than ever of what makes Italy special. It's the human connection, the artistry, the joy of gathering, the same spirit that drives us in everything we do. So sit back, imagine yourself walking through candlelit streets, hearing church bells, or dancing in a Venetian palazzo, because that's what festive Italy feels like. Let's start with why festive travel is such a powerful selling tool. Travelers today are looking for meaning. They want to come home with a story that feels personal, something that goes beyond museum or monuments. Festivals and local celebration allow them to step into the living soul of a destination. As an example, during Carnival, your clients are not just observers. They become part of the scene. They wear masks, attend private party, and feel the pulse of Italian culture from the inside. During Easter, they witness centuries-old rituals that combine faith, art, and community. From a business perspective, this kind of travel works beautifully in the shoulder season. February, March, April, when rates are lower, availability is better, and Italy feels more authentic as well. And because each celebration is different, you can easily personalize the itinerary based on interest, whether that's food and wine, or art and photography, or spiritual heritage. And by the way, if you miss our last masterclass, you can go on our YouTube channel and see it again, or you can send me an email and I will send you the link. So in short, festive travel transforms Italy from a destination into an emotion. And that's what luxury clients remember most. Italy offers a vast and colorful festive calendar, but for international visitors, some periods are particularly appealing and easy to sell. February brings the magic of Carnival, when fantasy takes over the streets of Venice and Verona. These are experiences that combine art, theater, and fashion as well. Perfect for your clients who love luxury, creativity, and that sense of, how can you say, being somewhere truly special. March and April are dedicated to Easter, one of the most meaningful times of the Italian year. Whether it's the solemnity of Rome, the energy of Florence, or the passion of Sicily, Easter is when you can connect travelers to the spiritual and cultural heart of Italy. In June, Florence became the stage for one of the most ancient traditions, the Calcio Storico Fiorentino, which gets back to the times where Romans were still, were just started the city of Florence. A spectacular mix of history, sports, and civic pride as well. And from May through October, smaller region festivals fill the countryside everywhere, from truffle fairs to medieval parades, from wine harvest to flower carpets. These are wonderful add-on for travelers who already seen the classic and want to go a little deeper. So let's have a look at the spirit of Carnival. As we know, Carnival is in February. And if there is one word that defines Carnival in Italy, and not only in Italy, I would say it's transformation. For 10 magical days, entire cities reinvent themselves in Venice, which, in my opinion, is the world's most elegant carnival. Your clients are not tourists there. They are actors in a living play. They can commission their own handmade mask in an artisan shop, have private portraits taken in 18th century costume, and glide along the canals on a gondola at sunset. The experience is sensory and emotional. The scent of wax candles, the sound of Baroque music echoing through a palazzo, the shimmer of silk under candlelight. It's the ultimate luxury fantasy, and itself because it's not repeatable anywhere else. For a romantic alternative, Verona and Le Garda offer a charming version of Carnival with historical roots dating back in the 16th century. Couples can enjoy the parades by day and in the evening unwind with wine tasting in Valpolicella or a spa retreat in Sirmione. It's refined, it's local, and very Italian. And then there is Ivrea in Piedmont with the Battle of the Oranges. It's wild, authentic, and deeply symbolic because represent the people's rebellion against tyranny. So it's perfect for those clients who wants to see the real, unfiltered Italy where tradition meets passion. Here you can see some photos. A couple of them are from the Carnival of Venice that you probably already know, and the last one is the Battle of the Oranges in Ivrea. Easter in Italy. Easter in Italy is one of the most powerful cultural experience a traveler can have in Italy. In Rome, the spiritual center of Christianity, Holy Week unfolds like living ritual. From Palm Sunday to Easter Monday, the city vibrates with emotion. Imagine your clients attending the Papal Mass at St. Peter's Square, surrounded by flowers and candles. Intertravel can arrange private Vatican tours or access to smaller, intimate celebration that makes the moment even more personal. In Florence, Easter becomes a celebration of renewal. The Scoppio del Carro, or explosion of the cart, takes place right in front of the cathedral, and there is this massive cart filled with fireworks that start at noon, symbolizing peace and prosperity for the city. The sound, the light, the collective energy you feel, it's absolutely unforgettable. And in Sicily, Easter takes a more emotional and dramatic turn. The procession in Enna and Trapani, influenced by Spanish traditions, are pure theater. Hooded confraternities walk through the streets carrying ancient statues with slow and haunting music. It's kind of a deeply moving spectacle, accessible to everyone. There's no ticket. Religious or not, because it speaks a universal language of devotion and beauty. Each of these Easter moments offer a chance to connect your traveler to something that is timeless and human, and that's what makes it easy to sell. And as we are talking about Rome, I had the pleasure to introduce you to Nicole Zarfati from Palazzo Ripetta. Nicole.
Hello, everyone. Thank you, Luca, for organizing this opportunity for us to be part of this very nice and interesting presentation. Actually, also for myself, being Italian, we know that we are always very much focused on our properties and in our destinations. And most of the time, our clients are even more aware of what goes around. And now I understand why, because you teach them very well. So very much, thank you very much for this opportunity and for being such a good teacher. I'm Nicole Zarfati. I'm the Director of Sales and Marketing of Palazzo Ripetta. It's a property in the heart of Rome, affiliated with Relais Chateau. We are almost blowing our third candle. Luca has been a very great partner with us since the very day one, so since the very beginning. And so we are almost grown-up boys with this newly refurbished at the time property, because we used to be a 4-star hotel, and during pandemic the family decided to completely refurbish it. So we are an independent, privately family-owned hotel, which nowadays is a very unique characteristics, giving all the big brands coming into the city. But we are proudly bringing up this Italian soul and the family experience that our clients can enjoy at Palazzo Ripetta. So location-wise, we are in between Piazza del Popolo and the Spanish Steps, so walking distance to all the main attractions. 78 rooms. The building itself is a convent dated back to the 16th century. So it's quite a big building. That's why 78 rooms allows still a quite let's say privacy to the clients, because 78 rooms is a medium-sized hotel, but at the same time allows better availability, interconnecting room, family options, and that's why Palazzo Ripetta actually it's quite well known, especially in the US market, because we do guarantee at the time of booking the family option you decide, either a connecting room or an interleading room or apartments. We have also some rooms on 2 floors with some small kitchenette where we can also accommodate 4 or 5 people, 2 adults and 3 kids. So plenty of options for families. The property itself, it's as we said, part of Relais Chateau. So the food and food experience for us, it's very important. And we have 4 different F&B outlets. Luckily enough, those are indoor and outdoor. So we can go to the next slide. Where they can see a bit of the restaurant with a nice show kitchen. We are lucky enough to have what we call the secret garden. So as soon as the weather allows, we offer breakfast, lunch, and dinner in the garden as well. Like now it's November, where we are still serving lunch outside. And then the last addition in our F&B experience is the rooftop terrace. So Palazzo Ripetta is 78 rooms, restaurant indoor and outdoor, bar indoor and outdoor, plus a rooftop terrace, which is great for aperitivos. What I'd like to say, I just steal to Luca 1 more minute to tell you that Palazzo Ripetta has moved to a second destination, which is Positano, where we have another property, which is called Torre Sponda. And Luca will be able to share with you all the details, because of course Luca is partnered with us also with these other properties since day one. It's a villa complex in the heart of the village of Positano with private beach. So we are here to give you all the information. We will be opening in April next season, 2026, until the end of October, first week of November. Thank you very much again for your time.
Thank you, Nicole. And it has been really a pleasure, because Palazzo Ripetta is my favorite hotel. I can't even call it hotel. It's like my home when I go to Rome, and it's a great hotel, great property, great location, and the one in Positano is super stunning as well. So for you, when it comes to hotels, you can request us, and we will be more than happy to share you all the information about these two amazing properties. And now let's go and back.
One last thing, if I can, I'm based on property together with my team. So Luca knows that every time there is a VIP or someone we have to greet in person, or if you want us to send a special card on your behalf or a special amenity, Luca knows that we are here on property, which is also a very rare thing nowadays. So we can really work hand in hand with you and with Luca and Intertravel at any time of the travel and the booking time. Thank you again. Sorry.
Absolutely true. That's so true. And thanks for pointing this out, because it's a real gem. So let's start again, and let's get back now. We've just left Rome during Easter, and now we are going to see regional and local festivals. So I've added here some of them that you already know, like the Palio di Siena. Once travelers experience the major celebration, many want, of course, to go deeper. And that's where Italy truly shines. As I said, the Palio di Siena, for instance, is not just a horse race. It's a story of pride, rivalry, and centuries of tradition. The whole city became a stage, and when the horses run, you can feel the tension in the air. We can arrange the tickets and even a dinner in the Contrada, which is something to be part of it, really to mingle with the people and to feel the real life of this event. The Infiorata di Spello in Umbria, which is the most famous one, but there are also other Infiorate. Infiorata means flowers. So it's a more poetic celebration. Streets completely covered in flower carpets for Corpus Domini. So Corpus Dominis, it's 60 days after Easter. Artisans spend all night creating floral masterpieces that disappear within hours. It's fragile, beautiful, and perfect for photography or slow travel itineraries as well. And the Calcio Storico Fiorentino, which is Florence's ancient version of football, is pure intensity. It's athletic, it's historical, and it shows the civic pride of the city in its rawest form. Then there are the countless local sagre, where food and wine fairs that celebrate the harvest season, as an example, truffle, olive oil, or even chestnut, or in Perugia, one of the most famous, the one about chocolate. These are hidden gems you can include as short modules in your itineraries. Each of these events represent the side of Italy that travelers fall in love with, are genuine, spontaneous, and full of emotion as well. Let's look at how you can transform all of these into some experiences that you can sell. For couples, the luxury romantic escape is kind of a bestseller because it includes Venice, Verona, Lake Garden, and we can also add the Dolomites. So it's a blend of elegance, nature, and well-being. It's great during Carnival. You can think about an itinerary that arrives in Venice or even in Milan, as an example. You could simply arrive, let me show you, here in Milan and goes to the area of Valpolicella and Lake Garda, Verona, sorry, and then Venice, or doing the other way around. So during Carnival, this tour it's really perfect because you could easily see Verona and Venice and enjoy everything. For more spiritual or heritage-oriented clients, the Easter Heritage Tour combines Rome, combines Assisi and Florence. So this is ideal for those who want history and meaning in the same measure. And finally, the Hidden Festival of Italy. Smaller modular experience that can be added to any classic itineraries. Imagine a wine and truffle weekend in Tuscany or attending a medieval parade in Umbria. These are short, high-impact experiences that add emotional value. Here you can see some photos from the Pizza Festival in Naples on the top, and then we have the castle in Montalcino for the Red. The Red is the day when they do the presentation of the new Brunello wine, or at the bottom, the pizzica. Pizzica is a popular dance from Puglia, and during summertime there are in every little village some festival, and at night you can go there and you can dance this pizzica. There's the music, folkloristic music, and all the different type of food. So it's really nice to add something into an itinerary, even during summertime. So some selling tips. To make these experiences truly successful, timing and presentation are the key. We always encourage your client to book early. Festival like Carnival or Easter fill up quickly, especially for premium hotels and private experiences. Early commitment means better access and more flexibility. Second, sell the story, not the schedule. Don't just say we can include the, let's say, Scoppio del Carro in Florence. Say maybe imagine standing in front of the cathedral as the ancient cart burst into fireworks, filling the air with smoke and light. So it's a different way of selling. It's the emotional language that inspired the booking. And also remember that festive travel pairs perfectly with classic itineraries. Add a festival to an existing trip, and suddenly you have something unique. And finally, these months offer excellent shoulder season value. So fewer crowds, more authenticity, and better margin for the advisor, of course. Why using us? At Intertravel, we've spent 75 years building relationships with hotels, local experts, and artisan across Italy. That means your client get not just great logistics, but genuine access. We can open doors that others can't. A private palazzo for a carnival dinner, a reserved seat at Siena for the Palio, or a backstage access to the Calcio Storico in Florence. So our strength lies in our personalized service. Just to remind you, we always also send out quotation with itemized quote. We never give you a price per person. You can pay with credit card, and there is no transaction fees. So what you see, what you pay. If you want, you could also pay with a bank transfer on a bank account in US dollar. And from this year, we just signed also a new contract with a supplier that we can do very special opening, such as the Uffizi, such as Brera, the Last Supper, and many, many others. So this is something very new, just happened last week. I'd like to share with you right now. We know our partner by name. As I said, we have a great relationship with them. We curate each itinerary based on the client's personality and not just their budget. And we also provide with all the tools to succeed, from materials, ready-to-use itineraries, and inside their teams. That's what 75 years of Italian hospitality means for us, which is expertise, creativity, and trust. Now, these are our contact, and as we come to the end of today's session, I'd like to leave you with one idea. Italy is not just a place you visit, it's something you feel. Every square, every church bell, every festival carries centuries of human joy and connections. And when you sell a trip to Italy during Carnival or Easter, you're not just selling a journey, you're giving your client a living memory. In a time of luxury travel, it's all about authenticity. These moments are what set your proposal apart. At Intertravel, we are proud to be your Italian partner, ready to turn cultural heritage into extraordinary experiences with the care and dedication that have defined us for 75 years. So thank you for being part of this journey, for sharing our passion for Italy, and for trusting us and bring the festive magic to life for your clients. Now we will start, and I'm going to put a link in the chat. Let me just add, oops, sorry, in the chat a link. So with this link, you can now join the quiz in a few moments. I will stop the recording now.